the Department of Basic Education, UNICEF, and Scotland.
Glenn Lewis on Radio 2000.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon to you. In case you've just tuned in, this is the Glenn Zito Super Drive, Thursday afternoon, Radio 2000. And in the studio, we've got Ufezile Dlamini. He's about to launch a service that is meant to compete with services such as Uber through his company called Green Scooter ZA. Ufezile is in the studio to us. He thought, can't be doing telephonic calls, man. I must come to the studio. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you, Glenn.
How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. How are you doing?
Cool, man. So how do I address you?
Physical.
I mean, what are you a businessman?
Yes, I'm a businessman who aspires to be like Elon, Jobs, and Travis Kalanick.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Is it Musk?
Elon Musk.
Okay.
Not the fragrance.
Yeah, Elon Musk. The one that South Africans love to claim. I actually, Booty was born here in Roodepoort.
Just like Charlize.
Oh, okay. I know Charlize 100% sure. We are sure she's from Benoni. So tell us about Green Zone Scooter ZA. How did you start? And, what the story behind the inspiration to launch?
So, the whole concept, I came up with it back in 2015.
Okay.
When I was on holiday in Richards Bay, when I identified a particular problem.
Mm-hmm.
The problem being the last mile. So, as you know, with travel, like let's say you take the Gautrain, you'll take the train, but then you take the bus.
Yeah.
And there's that last 3-4 kilometers
Yeah.
that you either have to walk or you
Yeah.
use some other service.
Absolutely.
So that's how it started, and then it grew from that to now me. Either I say, hey, the current competitors, the ones I was trying to work for, let's introduce these types of vehicles because I did do lots of research and I wanted to look at the sustainability, especially going into the future. And it was then just building an entire application, an entire service, and a big value chain for the business.
So these scooters, do they exist already? What kind of scooters are these? Because I know that, for instance, in Sandton, there's scooters that transport people, but they're very small. They probably do like 25 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, so those ones are called the tuk-tuks. They source from India.
Okay.
In terms of sustainability, not so much. There's high operation expenses.
For instance, if there's the strong wind, I see that thing flying.
So with ours, they do exist. I managed to source them from Sweden.
Okay.
And got into a great agreement with the guys that side because I sold them. According to them, I gave them the best presentation they've ever received.
Okay.
And with that, it was just showing them the future of mobility throughout Africa because that's what I was identifying.
Okay.
And do you want to know the speed of the vehicle?
Yeah, how fast is it?
60 kilometers an hour top speed.
Okay.
Total distance on the battery is about 90 kilometers.
Okay.
And obviously, if you do run out, there's certain options that we have in place in terms of it's called a battery swap.
Oh, is that the reason why you call it the green scooter?
No, the vehicle is called a ZB.
Okay.
But the business is called Green Scooter.
Okay, no, I was thinking more about the environment. That it doesn't use petrol.
Zero carbon emissions.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's like the added benefit for the environment as a whole. Now, if you look at it financially and socially, my entire business is all about building up self-starters. So you can come and buy one of my vehicles, and you can have the option to join our platform or to just work for yourself.
Okay.
By joining our platform, you then become a driver partner. Either you can hire someone to be your driver, or you can be your own driver. And we've made sure that with our revenue generation model, you can make a sizable amount of income to have a sense of belonging.
Okay, so obviously this is the kind of company that will probably empower other people.
Absolutely.
Because what I've realized in the past that, I like talking. When I jump into an Uber, I usually ask the driver a couple of questions. Is this your car? If it's not, whose car is it? And some will tell me, no, it's not my car. The guy who owns this car owns other 40 cars. I'm like, one person owning 40 cars. Then how do other people get into the business? Because already you have someone who's rich, and it's a disadvantage for those people who also want to get into the business, but because then there's so many Ubers in town, they're not able to get into the business. So how are you planning to run your business? And your scooters, have you already decided on the price?
The price of the vehicle we haven't really set on it because I had to change ocean freight companies, which affects the overall pricing. In terms of how we're going to be operating, we're going to be testing it out between September and November in various parts of the country to find the market fit.
Yeah.
From the 1st of December, that's when we're planning on going commercial. Meaning, by going commercial is that everyone that's already pre-ordered a vehicle can then now operate in the designated areas we've decided to launch.
Okay.
So we have 2 apps that we're going to be launching. One is Scooter, the ride-sharing e-hailing platform. The second one is Scooter Treats. Scooter Treats is the e-services. But what makes this one distinguishable from the other ones is that we're targeting SMEs. So let's say you like going to Evenegas and you live in Bryanston.
Yeah, yes.
That's a drive. I live in the same area. I live in that area. So now we're trying to bridge that gap that the SMEs who can't afford vehicles, they must be empowered through our platform as well to reach consumers that they would not ought to reach. Yeah.
And you are aware that you'll be taking on Taxify and Uber. So did you mention that you're also going to use an app for people to be able to access the scooters?
Yes. So we have an app for the driver, we have an app for the passenger, and then as well so let's say there's something happens haphazardly on the road, we can diagnose it remotely through our dashboard. So that's how smart our vehicles are.
And the focus, where do you want to start first? In Johannesburg?
Johannesburg, yes.
Okay. And then, there's drama between Uber drivers, Taxify drivers. Are you not concerned about it?
No.
Because I think the minute, your company has an impact, then a lot of people might just get upset and say, okay, you don't have this, you don't have papers, do you need to register to run your company?
So we factored in all of those points, where last year I did go personally. I've done a lot of things on my own and with my then partners by going to DOT, making sure that what permits do we need, all of those operating licenses, and with regards to ISAMTA, South African Motor Taxi Association, where we opened communications with them last year by inquiring, would you guys have a problem with such a disruptive vehicle? What needs to happen? So we already set mitigating measures, in terms of if X happens, we already got a security company that's linked onto our app, where you can have 5 of your immediate contacts. Look, we can't prevent anything from happening. Something can always happen. So we've already got a security company where will be dispatched, including the police, to ensure that our drivers and passengers are completely safe. So
your partners, are they Swedish or South African?
They're Swedish.
Everything is Swedish. So
from the vehicles are Swedish, but everything that comes with the tech, that's all South African. So I've made sure that by empowering a local development company.
So you didn't even get any, finance from either the government or the corporate South Africa?
No.
To run this business?
No, I've literally been bootstrapping.
So how did you find this company in Sweden?
Internet, like I said, it was in December 2015, and I had spent a lot of time on Google.
So you went directly to them?
I went directly to them myself. I flew to Sweden last month. That's when we were now solidifying everything by signing papers.
So how big are these scooters in that part of the world?
They're relatively big. In Stockholm, there's another company that's doing the same service. In India, that's where now they're also booming. Currently, there's a factory being built that side to accommodate that market. And then locally, I do have plans in place to build a factory that's going to employ as many people as possible to supply Africa as a whole.
So how many people can the scooter accommodate?
2 passengers at a time.
Okay. 3 wheels?
3 wheels, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone is safe.
60 kilometers per hour.
Top speed.
Windows?
No, it's got sails. So it's got sails on the side.
Okay.
It's because people are saying, so what's going to happen at a traffic light? These Nyaope boys are going to come and take they're going to snatch our food.
They won't. No, they don't. The Nyaope boys don't snatch your food. They'll be like, but they'll just come and just watch the window, and now it's extra for them to watch the sale, as well. Okay, man. Listen, congratulations, all the best with this project,
Thank you.
and